Welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work.
That's coming real hot.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, snap.
I'm just surprised that you just came in so hot real quick.
Oh, snap. Oh, well, I'm just ready to go.
You're good. Let's do it, dude. You're fucking ready to fuck.
All right.
Let's fuck.
All right. Welcome to Robertland. That's right, your favorite not safe for work comedy, theme park, food, fast food podcast. This is Okay, fuck. All right, let's do it again. Okay.
No, it's good. I like that.
You like that?
Yeah, fuck it. Let's keep going.
I'm Robert Thompson. Welcome to Robertland. I'm excited. Rossco Soletrain, our co-hostess with the mostest.
Yeah. Manuel.
Yeah, dude. Manuel Ferreira.
Well, man.
Yeah, so...
I love his music, by the way.
Guys, this is exciting. We've got the cast man himself.
Whoa.
Casa Wide.
Dude.
Casa Far, Casa Wide, Casa Double Wide.
Casa Far?
That's my favorite Metallica.
Casa Far Right.
Yeah.
Well, dude, so Evan is a NORMS specialist and veteran of NORMS. We're talking about NORMS.
NORMS. Do you guys know
Gender
what NORMS is? Yes. Yes.
The restaurant. Yeah. The restaurant chain in California. We're going to get all into it.
Yeah, we're going to open this fucker right up.
Yeah,
NORMS.
dude. Before we do, though, we're going to go to my favorite segment, your favorite segment, a fast food minute with Zach Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Fast Food Minute with Zach Hillman. Hannibal Lecter, eat your heart out. Oh my God, he's actually eating his own fucking heart. Oh, this is why I refuse to work with cannibals. I don't care how bad Rob Schneider wants to make a guest appearance. Get him out of here. Get him the fuck out of here. Well, now that that's all cleared up, back to the story. Customer David Scheiding was powering his way through an Arby's chicken sandwich in 2005 when he found a juicy piece of human flesh. Apparently, a manager cut his thumb on the meat slicer and neglected to throw out the bin containing his parts. He got even more depressed when he was unable to hitchhike home that night. Scheiding sued the company for $50,000, claiming they had no right to serve me something that tastes so much better than their actual food.
What'd you think of that, F-Dog?
Wow. Compelling, yeah.
Dude,
yeah.
Really solid. He knows his stuff, this guy.
Yeah.
I'll tell you.
Zach knows a lot.
Yeah. He does. Dude, it is great to have you
man,
here.
You're back.
Yeah, thanks, man.
We used to do the pod at your domicile.
Yeah.
The Fauquet Nation Studios.
Yeah, we got a little, small operation down there. Get some cats coming in.
Yeah.
It was good.
It still is. You got real rich in there?
No, not anymore, no.
That's a goddamn shame.
Yeah.
You got a little too real.
Yeah.
I'm kind of transitioning to.
Congratulations. We support you.
We're always trying to cast a wider net, So we have some real good stuff in there. We're doomsday prepping and
sick, dude.
Yeah,
getting ready.
A couple,
Shit goes fucking real hard in Huntington Beach.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, the waves, they crash hard. They burn hard.
They do. Fuck, they'll burn hard.
Well, speaking of Sandra Bernhard.
Speaking of burning hard, we went to NORMS.
Yeah, NORMS, man. And so you did a lot of comedy and going to NORMS.
Did a tour de NORMS.
Yeah, you did.
For all you normies out there,
Is that a thing? Are there like normies out there?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, we're busy. It never closes. So we got options. You might not see us. It's like Fight Club. It's different hours of the day, 24 hours. I think that there were like 17 different NORMS at the time. I don't know the post-pandemic number.
23.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
23.
Dang.
They're expanding.
Well, so for the people that don't know NORMS, Ross is he knows few little things about NORMS he can inform us on.
We're just gonna. I like to just get the history out of the way, just run right through it, because although the history is interesting, I feel like your history with NORMS and your history with NORMS is more interesting than the actual history. But let's just open this fucker right up. So in 1949, a Los Angeles native, Norm Roybark, he opened up the first 24/7 restaurant, and one of the first 24/7 restaurants in Southern California. So it was a small diner located near the corner of Hollywood and Sunset, and Norm's quickly became a neighborhood destination, delivering on its promise of great food, great service, and a great value. Today, there are 23 locations in Los Angeles, Orange, and Riverside counties, with more on the way coming soon. And so Norm's in La Cienega, it remains the longest operating restaurant to date. The second longest Norm's that is operating is in Huntington Park. It opened in '59. It's known for its full exhibition cooking, a design which allowed guests to enjoy a front row seat to observe the cooks in action, which we actually...
Was it exposition? So are they nudists that are making the food?
Yes,
okay,
yes.
Cool.
It's like you can't really see. They wear the top half just because of splatters. They don't want splatters in their chest. They want the splatters on their cocks.
Oh,
kind
gotcha.
of the poor man's Teppenbar.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. In 91, Norm's opened a Whittier location with a design inspired by the Googie architecture of the previous locations. In fact, the restaurant was designed by the same firm that designed the original ones. And they were made to look like automobile showrooms with booths resembling bucket seats. So that's why it kind of does look like an old school car dealership, which is a weird...
Yeah, it definitely has
even that new one.
Yeah. Yeah, it has a very industrial vibe. It's very bright, very loud, you know.
It's kind of cool in there, though.
It keeps you awake.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Is it the one that we just went to, is that the most recent... Is it the newest?
I'm not sure if it's the newest one, but it's one of the newest ones. I believe that location opened up in 2018. That was my first time at Norm's ever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And we went with our boy Randy,
yeah,
who is he's a wild cracker,
gone mad.
Yeah, he's wild.
Yeah, and there's a great video that you guys want to check out to accompany this episode.
Yep.
With us at Norm's causing a ruckus, but
basically that was the experience that we. I like those videos because it kind of just gives another avenue to showcase what we're doing here.
Yeah,
it's like another
totally.
thing.
Yeah,
adjunct.
Yeah, no, and I don't know. I think that was one of my favorite Norm's meals. Like I really liked the chicken gumbo. It was super bomb, dude.
Well, that Norm's was a lot cleaner than the other Norm's I've been to.
Okay, all right. Well, we're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2015, Norm's sold to an investment firm, Capital Spring, for an undisclosed amount. They didn't sell the land that the restaurants sit on, though. They're known for their iconic signage with the sawtooth pennant design. It was originally at the La Cienega location, and it continues that Googie trend. I mean, do you guys know what Googie is? Not Googie.
He was a doctor, Googie
yeah,
Howser.
Googie Howser,
yeah.
Googie is like a form of architecture that was famous in the 40s and 50s. It's like that super
60s.
Yeah. Denny's also has that, I don't know if you ever saw those crumbled hat designs they had. That's like another Googie style.
I love the Googie style.
Yeah, or
I just wasn't aware.
That Van de Kamp's that we drove past.
Yeah.
That was that guy that had the viral video, the Googie. What was that Googie style?
Oh yeah, it was.
Psy
style.
Yeah.
I'm coming with the relevant references here.
Yeah. So anyway, they're continuing to expand, and they want to start, bringing more people.
They're like Russia,
yeah. Trying to cast the wide. They're like you.
Maybe more a better analogy is I'm all about casting a wider net. Casting the net wider, and I guess it's where Norm's and I see eye to eye.
Right.
Was the key of Norm's open yet, or no?
They had to close it down.
Oh,
unfortunately,
shit.
yeah.
That's
it's California only, right?
It's California only.
Yeah,
it's Southern California only.
Oh.
Yeah. Like I said, Los Angeles, Riverside, and Orange counties, that's the only places you'll find Norm's. And it really weirdly seems like there should be more. Doesn't it?
Yeah.
I feel like they would be... I think that Norm's should kind of take over for Denny's. I mean, Denny's fucking sucks.
Yeah, I've always been whenever it's late night and it's like, let's go to Denny's, I'm always the one trying to get people to go to Norm's instead. And they're like, oh, that's like 2 blocks further than Denny's. I'm like, come on. Yeah, but you're not going to have... I don't know. It's a step above Denny's anytime.
I think so too. I always defended Norm's. I felt like that argument was always invalid. Norms always felt like it's quality,
I've
for that kind of food.
I mean, I've only heard terrible things about Norms. That's all I've heard.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Never heard anything
it's
about
from
Norms.
Denny. Denny's putting that out there. It's,
my buddy Phil, who we talked about in the last podcast, he told me, he was like, it's like Denny's, but like the worst Denny's that you've ever had. Like, just imagine the Barstow Denny's at like 2 a.m. He's like, that's the best Norms ever. And I'm like, oh fuck,
dude.
That's gnarly.
No, it's because you usually, I mean, in the past, you go there when you're intoxicated.
Because it's open all night.
Yeah.
Well,
and so you're already like peeking over the edge.
Yeah.
You know.
Since the pandemic, a lot of them have gone to like, they're open till 11. So a lot of them aren't open, which is weird because they still have, we never close, but they have been closed.
Oh, they're not 24 hours?
No, most of them aren't anymore.
Do you think
Pandemic shit.
Pandemic stuff? But
Yeah.
with the pandemic easing out, do you think it'll go back to that? Or do you think they're going to keep it to that?
I would think they would go back.
I hope so.
It just all depends, you know. And I know it's really expensive to do business in California, so I'm sure they're going with the new people that bought Norms in 2015. I guess the dude is like, he used to run a bunch of, I want to say Burger Kings. I could be wrong on that though. That I could have mixed it up with another, because we've been doing a lot of these, so I just never remember, you know, which one's which. But I think he owned a bunch of Burger Kings, and he wants to bring. He knows they know how to work this fucking shit, which is like good and bad, you know. But for Norms, I think it actually kind of works because the food is fucking cheap.
Yeah.
You know, the cheesesteaks that Randy got were kind of expensive, but other than that, everything else was like really reasonably priced for what it was.
What did Randy get again? Because he got those like, what was it, the jalapeno?
He got
Cajun
tater tots, which were really good.
Those are notable. You know?
I ate most of them. They were fucking delicious.
Good. What was the sauce that they had with that?
It was some kind of like, it was almost like a spicier Big Mac sauce.
Oh, wow, yeah.
It was like mayonnaise, ketchup, mustard, and relish with a little bit of Cajun little sprinkle in there.
And I'm sure a little bit of cum and shit after the way our table was.
That's not Norm's policy.
No.
That's Denny's.
Yeah,
Denny's.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm going to
You're getting mixed up.
Yeah.
They don't have time. It's open all the time. And you can see that's one of the nice parts of being able to see the kitchen.
That'd be a whole lot of cum, you know. It's
it takes a lot of time.
It's too much. Just to like finish off the Norms history, we'll just go into some pop culture Norms shit. So on Jerry Seinfeld's great show, Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that.
Yeah,
I've heard.
I'm not crazy about it. Not my favorite show.
Oh, no?
No, not really. I'm not crazy about Seinfeld.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, dang, dude.
Dang.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about him at all.
What's the deal with Seinfeld? No.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. People love that guy, but I don't know. Not my favorite.
Oh.
I saw him at the Comedy Store one night, and he was like sitting in the back, and I was like, oh shit, it's Seinfeld. But I didn't really. Everybody else was like, oh my god! I didn't get.
Just bumped into him. Excuse me, Jerry.
So it was on it was him and Carl Reiner. They went to Norms, and then Tom Waits mentions Norms in the song "Eggs and Sausage," which was a song that came out I think '75, and he was recording at the record plant, which was I think around the corner.
We went to Norms.
Yeah. The show Men of a Certain Age with Ray Romano. They say that one of the characters' favorite hangout is in Norms. Graham Nash of Crosby, Stills and Nash, he wrote his autobiography, Wild Tales, and he was talking about how him and David Crosby would have breakfast at Norms on Sunset during the recordings of their iconic debut album.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, inspired by Norms. Helen Mirren starred in the film Gold with Ryan Reynolds. Women in Gold with Ryan Reynolds. Norms on West Pico, which is no longer open, was used in both the exterior and the interior shots. I guess it's a reoccurring location in the Amazon show Bosch. Never seen it. Norms was mentioned in the 3rd episode of American Horror Story. I didn't remember that. In the movie Drag Me to Hell, there's a character that ponders her fate at Norms. I think a lot of people probably have done that. And last but not least, Norms was depicted in the 1964 painting by Edward Rushka. I guess it's like a really famous painting. So there you go. There's all of the norms and pop culture references that I could dig up.
Wow, yeah. I mean, I had no idea Helen Mirren and Norms would be in the same sentence. I had to giggle a little bit. It's kind of funny. But Norms does have a big history that's kind of... I feel like it's... Because I don't recall Norms until, like, I was in my 20s. When I started going out, like... Because Denny's is huge. It's everywhere. Right. Does Norms predate Denny's? I'm curious.
I mean, I don't know. We'll find that out when we do the Denny's episode, because I think when we start scraping the bottom of the barrel of these California fast food joints, Denny's is going to be on that fucking list.
Well, so you Evan, you've had a lot of experiences at Norms. You cut a rug at the old Norms Costa Mesa, right?
A couple,
yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, so all the different comedy venues, there was always a Norms nearby, especially down in Orange County, and then, like, in high school, I mean, Norms was kind of a place, before you were 21, it was like a place you could go outside and like, you could hang out after 10, you know, and be like, oh, I'm out, I'm, being a person,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I mean, I remember even going, like, when I was a teenager, going to Norms, like, once or twice, and maybe I got a lemonade or something. I don't know.
Yeah, dude, killing it
with a couple quarters. I've been to, at one point I'd been to almost every Norms. I've been to it's like 17 different Norms.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What's the furthest you've gone, like, for Norms? Or not for Norms, but
I think like Riverside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I
think it's like geographically the furthest.
Yeah, I think
it's probably the furthest one away from everything.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yeah.
Norm's Mars will be great though
when
they start opening them on Mars. You know?
Totally.
And I can see that they're expanding. They're doing stuff. That Norms we went to was like the state of the art Norms.
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. They had a cool bike rack that had like the orange and white.
Out front
scheme.
Yeah,
that was cool. I wonder what that baby food was made out of that I had I had potato dumpling soup.
Okay, let's just talk about like our experience here at Norms. Let's start with you, because you had quite an interesting order. There's a lot of soup.
Yeah,
if you want to call it soup.
Yeah, I got 2 soups instead of a salad. Anything to avoid my life. Like, if there's ways to take minutes off my life, I'm going to go that route. So I got 2 soups. I didn't care for the baby food potato.
No.
Magoop. But
have you ever had the potato soup there?
No, I'm allergic to dairy.
Oh yeah, okay.
I like, so anytime I go out, I have to be very particular, and most like appetizers are, the soups, the little waffles or whatever.
What about the gumbo? you good with gumbos?
It can be gumbo. I don't know. I don't know the ingredients of gumbo.
Gumbo, you'd be okay.
Well, in New Orleans, where my wife is from, they put dairy in everything.
Oh.
It's in almost everything. But I mean, a lot of stuff can be prepared without dairy. It sucks. I'm allergic. So Norms is usually pretty good though. So that's why, like, what I got tonight, I always get like bacon, eggs, and I would always have that conversation, like, is there any dairy? Is there any milk in the eggs? And they'd be like, no. But anything like that's like kind of milky, I'm like, oh, I just don't. Even if they say not, I'm like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah, you
don't take your chances. Yeah.
It's probably better that you don't.
Yeah.
Because that soup was like a watered down mashed potato.
It was weird.
Very strange.
Yeah, it was weird. I actually think that I used it in kindergarten, like as paste. Like, that's what it looked like.
When it came to the table, it had like, it wasn't moving. It was like, it wasn't like liquid. The viscosity of it was like that of mashed potatoes.
Yeah, what like Nazi scientist made that fucking goop?
I've never. Would you like the potato soup? And it's like, what the fuck? That wasn't potato soup.
But the chicken gumbo soup was the bomb. To quote Timothy McVeigh, it was delicious.
That's an old recipe too.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, 1995. But great year. No, that's horrible. But yeah, I don't know, man. I love the soup. I think Norms. The first time I had Norms was in Claremont.
Oh yeah.
And I was I did a show there with my band at a YMCA, like YMCA type place. And I remember we thought that this was going to be our big show because we're opening for this band that had opened for the Vandals. And we were like banking on it. Oh man. So I remember feeling on top of the world and having Norms and it tasting extra good that night. You know, I was like, oh man, this is like, I've achieved it.
The taste of our food, it's very mood dependent. It depends a lot on what you did earlier today, how your life's going.
Yeah, because it could be hospital food if you've had a bad day, you know, but...
The one in Claremont is the one that has the massive freeway sign.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got, it kind of like goes upward.
Yeah, it's like, it's a big fucker.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know
it's
exactly.
Very eye-catching.
Oh, yeah. It's font size 420, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like that Deja Vu they used to have in Montclair.
Do they have that big of a sign?
It was a pink building, and it had a huge sign. You should. The sign was amazing. The old school sign. It was probably HR Giga style, whatever. Yeah, Goo Goo.
HR Goo Goo?
No, not HR Goo Goo, but Goo Goo style. It was like that. Yeah, Googie.
Yeah. Goo Goo doll style.
Yeah, dude.
Goo Goo. Is that what? So what else did you also had a steak too?
I had a steak, and sometimes people are apprehensive in a diner for steak because it's usually made from
Really? I mean, steak.
Well, it can be rubbery, right? At like a Denny's.
Yeah. You told me it was rubbery.
It can be a little rubbery, yeah. I feel like Denny's though. Denny's steak would, there's definitely a rubberiness to like kind of those like corporate diners like that. I mean, especially like Denny's.
But I fucking hate Denny's. They're the
I'm not big on Denny's to be. I'm not trying to start no rubbery beef. But I'm not.
No rubbery beef for the rubbery beef.
Did you guys ever have to settle for Denny's?
Like yeah. I mean,
I think everybody has.
Yeah. It's more of a pit stop or a hangout or
come settle for Denny's.
Have you guys ever gotten kicked out of a Denny's or at a Norms, or have you ever seen anybody get kicked out of a Denny's or a Norms?
No, I don't think so.
I've seen some pretty wild, like drunk people.
Have you been? Yeah. Have you ever been?
And I've been to a Denny's. That's probably a knockoff Denny's.
Yeah. Denny Moore.
Yeah. Hey, bro, we're Denny's here. And there was a.
Is that what Demi Moore sounds like?
I don't know. But,
hey, bro.
I'm not sure what that was. But it's Watto from Star Wars. But there was a Norms. No, Denny's that I went to with my buddy. There was a guy that I knew in high school. He was a real nice fella. He was a big fan of the band Weezer. He'd get in trouble in class because he'd be like, "Hey, Robert, you like Weezer?" And then they'd be like, "Daniel, this is class. What are you doing?" And he'd tell me that he got in trouble. One time, I got in trouble for stealing they were kind of lame CDs. They were Kid Rock. I was put in handcuffs because they caught me shoplifting Kid Rock. Yeah, so he got Empowerment 5000. Those are the two albums that he got busted for. So this guy, I found out, I got to know him. You find out very easily that he has schizophrenia. And I remember being at a Denny's with him and my friend. My friend, they worked together. And it was a surprise. Oh, Daniel, it's good to see you in public. And he was a friend of mine that egged him on and he'd ask, "What do you think of this country?" And he would give his opinion. And all his answer to everything was, and he's a big Mexican-American guy, but he'd be like, "The country sucks, my big fat hairy dick. America is the best." And he would say this at
my kind of guy.
At Randy volume.
He's in Trump's cabinet.
Fuck.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So he they asked, "What do you think about Mexico?" or whatever. And he sucks my big fat hairy dick. Yeah. He's a great guy, but I think he actually murdered someone. No, I'm just kidding. No, but he's a good dude.
So he's a diplomat and
yeah.
But they never kicked him out of the Denny's.
No, but he got some looks because it's kind of causing a little.
I feel like
ruckus.
That's what happens. Is I don't recall anybody ever getting kicked out of Norms or Denny's. I mean, myself included. I mean, I definitely showed up, and caused a ruckus here or there. But I feel like there's almost like a gentleman's agreement at Norms that like. You only escalate it to a certain level. You know what I mean? Yeah. If you're gonna get really crazy, you take it outside, stay outside. But I feel like they have a pretty high tolerance for insanity. Yeah.
Especially when you're open 24 hours.
Such a big fat hairy dick, America all the way.
Hey, Robert.
You like Weezer?
Pain Olympics? Oh, dude. So that was my first experience at Norms. I liked it. I thought that if I'm going to break it down, I thought the omelet for the most part was great. There was some spots that were kind of overcooked, whatever. But it was great. And the hash browns were like not very good. They just tasted like shitty oil and just nothing. I didn't put anything on there, but
the hash browns there are always a little too wet.
It was just
moist.
Yeah,
you know, too moist.
You can just taste that vegetable oil.
It
just tasted like vegetable oil. It's not my cup of tea. The hot cakes, not the pancakes, they're called hot cakes, that are a special blend of flours and I watched a whole bunch of shit on Norms, but
you loved those hotcakes.
They were good,
right? Yeah,
they were really good.
You were raving about it, like, dude, this is fucking good.
Yeah, and the coffee was interesting because the first cup of coffee I had was like your typical diner coffee. It was a little weak, but it was filled with caffeine. But then the other two that I had were like fucking sludge. They were so thick.
Wow.
Like
their coffee it's like oily. It's just straight up oil, dude.
It was something.
I would go there after shows, doing stand up, and when I was young, like 7-8 years ago when I was a little younger, and I would just have straight black coffee at 3 a.m. and finally it caught up on me. Like, I don't really go to Norms that much anymore, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I stopped. I kind of tapped out. I was one away too from the goal. I remember thinking too, like, they gotta give me some type of plaque or award. But it was they definitely. I would show some of the servers too. Like I had they had a card with all their locations in it, and I had highlighted all of them. And I had showed some of the servers before, just like drunk, like, check it out.
I'm a normie.
Never impressed. They were just never. They were never too.
Well, I'm glad that you didn't make it on one of those plaques, because I feel like that plaque would have ultimately also been on
defaced by some
on like your gravestone, because you're talking about the coffee being a little thick.
I know. It just having so many. I would get the lumberjack breakfast,
lumberjack
sausage.
slam.
This time I forewent the sausage.
Sans sausage.
Sans sausage. And I think that was a good choice. I feel like by now I would be feeling it.
Yeah, you look
sausage. Oh, thank you. The bacon was a little thinner tonight than it's been.
They got a cacos.
Yeah, but it was crispy. Less rubbery though.
Yeah.
Than bacons of days gone.
They're actually made from rulers.
Yeah. It's like melted ruler.
Dude, did you, so that's your first time at Norms?
That's first time, yeah.
Is there something that you spot on the menu that you want to try next time?
I did notice that they have like Haagen-Dazs ice cream, and they have Cheesecake Factory cheesecake.
Oh.
And I thought that it might be kind of a cool place to, like, if you're looking for a late night place for dessert, I think it's a worthy option.
Yeah, because there's something like to these Norms and Denny's and diners that especially in the suburbs where you don't have 30 diners, like,
right.
It's a nice. I mean, people are busy. Sometimes it's nice to sit down somewhere that's not your house for dinner.
If I live,
and it's that option is great.
And it's cheap. It's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
Food's cheap.
Well, and they keep they'll keep the iced teas coming all night.
Yeah.
The shift change. I mean, shout outs to Todd out in Costa Mesa, man.
Oh,
Todd,
yeah,
my boy.
Yeah, dude.
Todd. Man, because it's like doing this. It's like sitting around and podcasting. Just hanging out at the Norms and chatting. You kind of got the cushion behind you.
Yeah.
It's comfortable.
It is comfortable.
I've spent a lot of my adult life just sitting at Norms and goofing around with a bunch of idiots.
I fuck with Norms. I definitely would go back. Maybe for breakfast, and definitely I would go back for dessert.
So how would you rate this? Because this is the second time on the podcast. It's the first time for Ross to be at a place.
Tommy's.
The other time was Tommy's Chili Burgers was his first time.
You're not used to that SoCal stuff out here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But
I would never go back to Tommy's. Tommy's can fuck off.
But you'll go back to Norms.
I would go back to Norms. I like this is my thing. It's like if I'm gonna go to a breakfast joint, I don't care if it's cheap or if it's expensive, because when you kind of compare the two of like cheap breakfast places and expensive breakfast places, it's usually like a $5 to $7 difference. And I would rather just pay the extra money and get like bougie ass fucking hipster breakfast, personally, because the coffee's gonna be a little bit better and the food's gonna be better and the experience will be about. Actually, that experience at Norms was a fucking nice Norms.
Dude, they were so
nice.
cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, that was the cleanest Norms I've never seen a Norms that clean. Never.
So
that was.
Yeah, I would go back if I lived in El Monte. I would go back to that Norms, especially for fucking late night dessert. Absolutely.
Yeah, it's nice.
You're in kind of a Norms blackout zone.
I am.
There isn't like me. There's Norms north, south, east, west, but
not here.
I have Norms options.
I think the closest Norms, like geographically, the closest Norms to us here is in Hollywood, the original location.
I saw there's one in Burbank, which I think is another new.
I don't know if that's a Norms or if that's a Norms Burgers, which is not affiliated.
Oh yeah. I see those around. Yeah.
Wait, so do they look like Norms?
No.
It's totally different.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't think that's the case. But yeah, like I thought it was kind of cool, and I don't know. I had a good time hanging out with you guys. So
yeah.
I think if the option when I was playing in bands when we were younger, if we had shitty food options, I would pick Norms over Denny's 100% of the time. Like there's no fucking ifs, ands, or buts around it. The one thing that I kind of is disappointing at Norms is that they don't have milkshakes.
Well, actually, the Lumberjack Slam, you could get some milkshake. If you
get your milk shook with that one.
Do they really not?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
Yeah, that's weird, right?
I mean, I can't do milk, so I've never tried.
Sundays Cheesecake Factory cheesecake. But yeah, no.
I would. They got to step up their coffee game. I think that's one thing that, like, if they stepped up their coffee a little bit, like from C to C plus, like.
Why don't they just like get Dunkin' Donuts or something? Like get a deal.
Because
Dunkin' Donuts is like a beloved coffee.
I don't know. I don't really care for Dunkin' Donuts coffee because it just, to me, it doesn't. It's just high caffeine, and it's always super acidic, and there's always like vanilla bean flavored or like caramel bean, and it's like when I want coffee that tastes fucking good and like real coffee. But then again, my dad's a coffee snob, and it kind of fucking squirted down towards me. So.
Yeah, well, I mean, so some people go in there just to hang out and read or whatever, go on a date and get coffee. You know what I mean? Or just they're killing time.
I did see on the menu they had cold brew.
Oh, wow.
And I also was noticing that I felt like this menu was broader than the menus that I looked at online.
Yeah, that one looked different.
They had different shit.
Yeah.
Hey, you guys want to read some Yelp reviews?
Let's do it.
Oh, fuck yeah, dude.
This is a new segment we're doing where we read the Yelp reviews
from the location.
Yeah.
So the first one that popped up, we usually do the segment when we go lowest first, and we'll read a couple of them, and then we'll read some of the better ones.
End on a high note, you know?
Because I would say that even the service that we had was awesome.
Oh, she was a rock star. She was like just. You couldn't throw her off.
Fuck no, especially and Randy was doing everything in his power to throw her off.
Anything you throw, she would just catch it.
She was fucking awesome. All right, cool. So I'm gonna read a couple of these bad ones, and then we'll read some good ones.
Let's do it.
All right, so the first one that popped up is Yin Z from El Monte, California. Yin writes, first-time writer, was compelled to say something about the service. Wife and I usually go there because the price is reasonable and it's close by. We're also a big supporter of local businesses. This time around, we were given a table that was not clean, and when I mentioned it to the fucking host that first sat us...
Whoa. You dropped an F-bomb on Yelp?
Oh, yeah. Big time.
Are you even allowed to do that?
No, you're not. But surprisingly, it went through. I don't know why. And it appeared that he just either rolled his eyes or pretended not to hear me. He proceeded to sit the couple, but did not return to assist us. Sometimes these Yelp reviews are a little hard to read because people are so fucking angry when they're writing them. It's just a nightmare. Okay, we normally aren't bothered by bad service, being that it is COVID year and staffing is low, so we didn't understand. But to ignore us was just unacceptable. See what I'm saying? These are fucking chunky fucking shit. Again, we usually enjoy eating here at the El Monte Norms, but that just broke the camel's back. We decided to get up and leave! Exclamation point. Not sure if we will return, but the host receptionist, in parentheses, tall and thin Caucasian worker, definitely ruined our evening. We took our business elsewhere. Hopefully upper management will read this and take some action and change the culture of this place. Thank you, Yin Z.
Got real lofty there. You got kind of sociological, wanting to change the culture.
A first-time writer. Okay, here we go. This one is Mr. Jason Ack from Los Angeles. These are like recent reviews too.
Wow.
This guy says, Mr. Jason says, it was a very bad experience. I phoned in a takeout order. I was told there was no order on the system for me, and I must have called a different location. Long story short, after several minutes of trying to figure out what the fuck was going wrong, they finally told me they had my order. It was sitting on the counter the whole time because I saw it sitting there when I first walked in. To top it off, when I first walked in, I was completely ignored, and he ended up helping someone else who walked in after me. I won't be going back. It was a very bad experience, and the food wasn't exactly good either. Mr. Jason.
That's
okay.
2 for 2 F-bombs.
Yeah, man.
I found, by the way, a Norm's Yelp review that I wrote.
Oh,
a few years back.
Oh, wow.
Dude.
See, this is this is perfect.
Yes.
Fuck yeah.
All right, cool. So I think that we're going to be done with the 1 stars. So you got to read your review.
So I wrote this in 20.
This is Robertland first, by the way.
Yeah.
It just hit me right when you pulled up the Norm's reviews. I was like, who leaves a review for Norm's on Yelp? I'm like, oh, I left one. me. That's who. So I wrote this. Looks like May 2017. Norm's Restaurant. I'm not sure which one it was for, but it was kind of a general Norm's review. It says 5 stars.
All right.
Okay. In these TTs, parentheses, turbulent times, I can think of no question that polarizes me more than, are you a chain restaurant that not, wait. The question is, are you a, parentheses, chain restaurant that shall not be named guy, or a Norm's guy?
Oh, dendrites, we'll just call that one.
Right. To envision a world where the cast man isn't a Norm's guy is really proof of all that alternate universe quantum physics conspiracy stuff. Norm's has a motto where life happens, and the subtext, we never close. And the cast man can verify both of those statements. I've lived... I really wrote this. I've lived, laughed, loved, lost, and cast a sort of general, all-encompassing wide net. I put a TM trademark like that at Norm's Restaurant at all times of the day. I frequented the Costa Mesa location the most, but I've been
Shout-outs to Todd.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we're getting there. But I've been to almost all 18 or 19 locations except the one in Huntington Park. You have to leave some things to look forward to.
Hey, you know what? That would be one to look forward to because that's the second oldest location.
Wow. Shout outs to Ramon, who's been there since day one, and Todd, who remembers my order and has a good sense of humor no matter what strange time of night the cast man and company cometh. Thank you, Norms, for all those lumberjack breakfasts. Oh, I forgot the plural. And just know the cast man's heart never closes to you guys.
All right.
Oh, that was beautiful,
wow.
dude.
I really got a motive there.
Yeah.
You know, I got really a little emotional.
That was beautiful, man. Yeah,
Thanks.
it was great. I mean, if you told me that was like a lament, I would believe you. You know that was.
It's great that you're the guest on this podcast because you have written a Yelp review and gone.
You know, we didn't mention this yet about the management because you were about to talk about Todd being there.
And Ramon.
Ramon.
Yeah.
So you said that there was like some statistic where that's like one of the big chains that keep their management for a long time.
So they do. I guess that they have like the highest retention rate for their managers of any fast food joint apparently. Wow. I don't know how they fucking figured that out, but you were saying that a lot of the people have been there since the beginning.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've seen some of them, you know, at least since like 2000, 6 to, you know, whenever that was.
Yeah.
You know?
And, you know, so a lot of these people are still working there now that the company had sold in 2015 to that investment firm or whatever. So that just goes to show that they're still keeping that kind of spirit up at Norms.
Man, I love the franchise of Norms. I wonder if they do that. Hit us up. You know? Get at me.
Such a
you know?
Hey, do you want to read some more happy ones?
Yeah, let's read a positive
Here
review.
you go.
Oh, good.
Enough with the you know, filthy McGurks out there from McGurk Avenue.
Yeah, the first one.
Yeah, my family and friends.
Hold on, who wrote it?
Oh yeah, this is from Den R from Monterey.
Denner?
Yeah, Den R.
Do they have a picture?
Yeah, there's a picture of John Wayne.
Oh, okay,
cool. From Monterey Park,
I'm just trying to
California.
paint a picture for the people that are watching this. Listening.
Yeah, John Wayne Casey.
Den R.
No,
John Wayne.
Yeah, Den R. John Wayne. This is totally.
Is that an initial? Den R?
Yeah, Den R.
It's Yelp. You can
Is
do whatever
Den-
the fuck you want.
Is Den short for Denny?
I don't know. Let's see.
Whoa.
Maybe this is a backhanded positive. You know, my family and friends ate at a Norms this evening and had a great dining experience. The hostess was courteous. Our server was patient, cheerful, and prompt to serve all of our requests. Most importantly was the food. I highly recommend their steaks, and their break items were large and filling. I'm impressed with how fresh the food was.
Break items or break items?
Maybe he's Danish or something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
kind of like a...
Prices were competitive, but not one to break one's wallet. I highly recommend Norms. If you go to a high-profile restaurant like Cheesecake Factory, the quality was just as good as the higher prices. Okay, he's obsessed with price. If you go on a Sunday morning after church, you better be patient. It gets crowded fast. Why? Because the food, service, very clean environment. Who could ask for anything mo?
Wow!
Exclamation point. I didn't sense any backhanded
No.
secret agent in there. But there's just one more review in here I kind of want to look at. Okay. It says, as a refugee of Atlantis, I really enjoy coming to the mainland.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. So right now we just uncovered that Atlantis is real.
Okay.
Okay.
I never knew that.
Yeah. So Atlantis is real. There's refugees, and they enjoy Norms. Me like the way people feed me. Very nice white-faced man.
Wow. This is a.
It's always weird on the reviews where they throw race into it.
Why is it getting like
when
this?
they don't need?
Oh
to.
yeah, we got a doozy the other day. We got a real
Oh,
and like,
your work? Yeah.
No, it was not my work, but like.
Oh, the ones that you.
Yeah, it was just like
Yeah.
a very uncomfortable one. It was like, oh shit, this is uncomfortable.
It says though
Because
that
it was like racially motivated. It was like the whole thing. It was like it didn't feel good.
well, I didn't get to the so this guy, I guess it says that he dipped face into ranch sauce. So maybe we don't know. His race is ambiguous there. So, but I guess he's saying that they fed him, they gave him new clothes, they taught him English, and now
And then they got him a Yelp account too.
Yeah, and he actually swam for the United States of America. His name is Michael Phelps.
Oh, okay, cool.
So,
Sweet,
wow.
there we go. That's the origin story.
Yeah. But wow, so Michael Phelps, Helen Mirren,
Yeah.
Graham Nash.
Norms.
Cool that they're
Norms.
involved in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know? Norms is a big part of the community.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain hour, it's the only community you can kind of
Yeah.
get. You know, late night.
I was watching a video at a Norms. I think it was the original one in Hollywood, and they were talking about the waitresses were like, yeah, we see these people basically every day. So it's an institution of Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
And I do not think, from the hate that I've heard about Norms, it's not
justified.
Nah,
Yeah.
not at all.
Is that a
Yeah.
Justin Timberlake album? Justified? It should be.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. I think it was
Okay.
like, I think it came out in like 2008 or something.
Oh, yeah.
Justified. It was a good record.
Justified.
It was
Yeah,
recorded at a Norms.
Yeah.
it was. Yeah, that was the inspiration.
Evan, what's something you'd like to, a final thought on Norms you'd like to leave out there in the ether?
You know, I think it's really that you know, it's important. I mean, especially in these turbulent times, as I was saying.
Yeah, TTs.
You know, it's good to get out of the house a little bit. You know, you're hanging out on the couch with your buddy. I mean, much like what we're doing right now. You know, like it was refreshing to be out among the people, do a little people watching, see some.
We got a coupon.
Yeah,
to us by
which that was a fuck yeah moment.
Yeah,
going back to fucking random guy just. We were the loudest, most obnoxious table probably that's ever been there. And without judgment, that dude who had a NASA shirt, that's all I know. I don't know what his affiliate.
His wife, I would assume it was his wife. She had a fantastic Minnie Mouse sweater, pullover sweater. Wow. It was very cute. I wanted to make a comment about it, but
yeah, dude.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, that's so. Did you not see that?
No, I didn't see it.
It was fucking rad.
I saw his NASA shirt. I'm like, whoa, this guy's a genius, dude.
Yeah.
And he's very giving.
Yeah.
He gave
Randy a coupon for a free meal.
Yeah, that's what she used.
I feel like there isn't a lot of that anymore. You know what I mean? Like people are, they're so cagey lately out in public and KGB.
Yeah, fucking assholes, dude. I hope that
it's always nice when that happens, though.
Yeah, the fuck yeah vibes are there.
Yeah. That was a fuck yeah moment. I mean, what a fuck yeah of that guy to do that. Especially since we were being a little fuck maybe, you could say.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, you could make the case.
Yeah, it's an easy case to make.
Well, I had a great time, guys. This has been a blast, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to do more of these.
Yeah, but what's your final thought on
my final thought on Norms is that I do think it's better than Denny's. I'll put it out there.
100%.
I think that we should stop fracking. That's where okay. Well, what's your final thought on Norms?
On Norms, I think it's a great place to go for a cheap breakfast or a reasonably priced lunch or even a cheap dinner, and a great place. I would say that Norms is probably the fucking milkshake thing. Kind of gets on my fucking nerves a little bit.
It's not Norms is not perfect. I mean, that's one thing. There's room for improvement.
So they need to stop making their hash browns with shitty oil and make them with butter, like any other fucking.
Well, that might be a line in the sand for me with my
genetics. Most motherfuckers out there.
I do understand that.
I think if you took a poll of 1,000 people that go to a Norms, I think that about 99% of them would, if they were like, do you want shitty oil or do you want butter in your hash browns? 99% of them would be like, butter, motherfucker, get the fuck out of here. But I think that it's a great place to go for a dessert. I think that the fact that they have Haagen-Dazs ice cream and the fact that they have a Cheesecake Factory cheesecake, which both are very good. Are they the best? No, but they're pretty fucking good. Especially for Norms, I did not expect to see that on the menu. I think that the two things they could really improve on, or three things, are their coffee, because the coffee was inconsistent. The first cup, weak. Second 2 cups, thick.
A little bit of almond milk too. Where's the almond milk at?
I would love a non-dairy option. Well,
yeah, they got they got the little Altadena.
But they were non-dairy.
You know, what's funny is those little non-dairy things. They have like a milk protein.
They do, yeah.
It's like the minimal amount that'll mess me up, but still allow them to advertise non-dairy.
Yeah.
It's a scam. It's a real loophole, real tax loophole.
So those two things, and also the changing over to butter in their hash. I know that they're really trying to keep their costs down. I mean, fucking it's expensive to do business in California. You know, minimum wage has gone way up, and I think that it would be real nice if they just fucking a little bit of butter. Because you think about how much butter they put on your pancakes, it's like, give me half of that. And just put that butter into the fucking hash browns.
Maybe give an option. Even like, hey, pancake butter on the hash browns, not the pancakes or the hotcakes.
And 99% of the people would say fucking pancake butter. But yeah, that would be my closing thoughts on Norms. I give it. I don't think it deserves any of the hate that it gets. I think it's a great option for a lot of different people. I feel like Norms, in a lot of respects, is a common denominator between everybody. I think that everybody could go to Norms and have a decent experience. Yeah, I would like to go. I would like to go to some of the original locations, like the Huntington Park one that you missed out on. Love to go there, and I'd also like to go to the one in Hollywood, which I always drove past because everybody had such a negative opinion about Norms. So
yeah, well, cool, man. Let's do it. Yeah, part two. Yeah, part two.
Speaking of part two, actually, never mind. Robert, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at Robertland Podcast everywhere.
Evan, what about you?
You can find me on Instagram at the Castman Show, and of course at Fuck Yeah Nation.
Fuck yeah, nation. Keep it fuck yeah. Dude. As heard by the Island Boys.
Yeah.
Check that out, guys.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Ross, where can the folks find you?
You can find me at Magic Johnson. Rossco Soletrain. All this stuff is linked down below. So if you've made it this far and you're like, ooh, I have an Instagram, I would like to see more hot men.
Yeah, dude. Maybe they want to butter your pancakes.
That's what I'm saying.
Heck yeah, dude.
You're gonna use my butter for it too.
Fuck yeah,
I should
man.
create my own butter, especially after doing this fucking podcast. We've been eating some fucking real.
I know, dude. Our dumps
Some
are gonna be
goofy
gross.
shits.
No, but well, on that note, guys, life is a ride, and I'm gonna ride it all night long, baby.